Title: At a party, we played a game. My wife got drunk and picked truth. I asked, "What's your darkest fantasy?" She giggled and said, "I can't say it. Come on, don't be shy. We've been married for 20 years." She leaned in, shaking, and whispered. What I heard made my stomach turn. It started with laughter, music, clinking glasses, and that warm buzz that fills a room when everyone pretends they're happy. We were at a friend's anniversary party. 20 years of love, they said. 20 years of pretending, I thought later. My wife, Lena, sat beside me. Her cheeks were flushed, her eyes glossy from the wine. Someone shouted, "Let's play Truth or Dare," and I almost refused. But she was already grinning, her hand clutching mine like we were teenagers again. When her turn came, she picked Truth. And I, being the fool I still was then, asked, "What's your darkest fantasy?" She giggled, the kind that used to melt me. "Oh, come on, don't make me say it." "Don't be shy," I teased, trying to play along. But then she leaned in close, her breath hot with alcohol, and whispered, just 7 words. 7 words that hollowed me out. I didn't say anything. I couldn't. I just stood, left the room, and walked out into the night. The cold air slapped me awake. I drove home in silence, replaying her whisper. It wasn't the fantasy that broke me. It was who it was about. Lena and I had been married for 20 years. We met in college. I was broke, ambitious. She was light itself, spontaneous, radiant, untouchable. She believed in me before I believed in myself. We built everything together, a home, a daughter, a life that looked perfect from the outside. But somewhere between raising a child and building a career, I became background noise. She smiled less, laughed more at her phone, and said, "You're always so serious." I thought we were just tired. I didn't know we were finished. That night, after the party, I sat in the dark and remembered every late meeting she said she had, every new perfume, every time she turned her phone face down. It all fit too easily now. Her darkest fantasy wasn't a confession. It was the truth slipping through a crack. Still, I needed proof. So I waited, watched, listened. The next morning, I pretended nothing had changed. Kissed her cheek, made coffee, even laughed when she teased me about being moody. But while she showered, I took her phone. Face ID worked while she slept, a little detail she forgot about. Within minutes, my life became a collection of screenshots, messages, pictures, hotel bookings. The name I saw made my blood run cold. It was David, her best friend's husband, a man who had been in our home countless times, playing cards, giving me advice, patting my back. I stared at their texts. All those months of missing you, I wish I could see you tonight. He doesn't suspect a thing. They laughed about me, called me boring, predictable. They planned weekends under fake work trips. They celebrated anniversaries while I paid the bill. I felt something inside me shift. Not rage, not sadness, something colder, a calculation. Revenge, I learned, is best served like chess, patient, quiet, deliberate. First, I gathered evidence. Every message, every transaction. I transferred it all to a private drive, backed up twice. Then I played my part, the devoted husband. I took her to dinners, sent her flowers, pretended to fall back in love. She bought it. She even said, "I feel like we're us again." It made me sick. But I needed her to feel safe, because people only fall hard when they think they're standing on solid ground. When the time was right, I reached out to David's wife, Claire. She deserved to know. I sent her everything, the texts, the photos, the proof. Her response was short. "Thank you. Let's make this right." And so we did. The plan unfolded over a single week. I filed for divorce quietly. Claire did too. Then we arranged one final double date, something Lena suggested, ironically. "It'll be good for everyone," she said. We met at the same house where the first truth was told, the anniversary couple's place. Laughter again. Drinks. A familiar smell of expensive betrayal. Halfway through dinner, I stood and raised my glass. "To honesty," I said, "and truth. After all, we're among friends, right?" Lena smiled, a bit uneasy. Claire caught my eye and nodded. I took out my phone, connected it to the Bluetooth speaker, and pressed play. Their voices filled the room. Moans, whispers, laughter. Every dirty secret, every message they thought was hidden. The room froze. Glasses slipped from hands. Lena's face drained of color. David looked like he'd been shot. "Guess your fantasy came true after all," I said. Claire stood, calm as steel. "We thought you two should share your truth, too." She dropped 2 manila envelopes on the table. Divorce papers, financial statements, custody agreements. Everything signed, everything prepared. Lena reached for me. "Please, Mark." I stepped back. "Don't." She tried again, trembling. "It was a mistake." "No," I said. "It was a choice." And for the first time in years, I felt absolutely nothing. I moved out that night. Claire helped me find a place. We spoke a lot after that, not romantically, but with an understanding only survivors share. Then, a week later, my daughter called. Her voice was shaking. "Dad, you need to know something. I'm tired of hiding." My heart stopped. "What do you mean?" She hesitated. "Mom used to meet him when I was at school, but sometimes she made me lie. Said if I loved her, I'd never tell you. I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't know what to do." I closed my eyes, letting the silence speak for me. She was crying. I wasn't. "Don't be sorry," I said finally. "You didn't betray me." She whispered, "What are you going to do now?" And I told her the truth. Nothing. I already did. A month later, the house sold. Lena moved in with her sister. David left town. Their affair had become public, courtesy of a few anonymous emails to friends, colleagues, and families. I didn't need to say a word. The evidence spoke louder. People like them never realize how fragile reputation is. One click, and it's gone. Now, I live quietly. I cook my own meals. I sleep without suspicion. Sometimes I still hear her whisper, those 7 words, echoing in my mind. But instead of pain, I feel peace. Because truth, once revealed, doesn't destroy you. It frees you. And revenge? It's just the final truth they never see coming.